Syracuse has learned to live without the ball this year, and now they're going up one of the best in the country. Brendan Fowler winning a single-season NCAA record 319, and just like that, he wins it to himself. So now it's Fowler against Cal Peduta at the X. Violation. And it's against Fowler. That's the game-tying goal against Yale in the quarterfinals when it looked like Yale was going to advance the championship weekend. So now Peduta again does his job, but here's a penalty.
3, blue, using his hands, unsportsmanlike, 1 minute.
Here's the face-off violation. Watch the right hand of 3 in blue, Brendan Fowler right there, kicking the ball back. Brian Abbott is right on his left. You see his hand cutting so well.
Chuck Cometti, a linebacker in the early 80s. Now Fowler back out there and he wins one.
From Duke, not happy with his defense early in the first quarter. He told that unit to man up, communicate, and don't slide from inside.
ACC rivals next season. A couple of the seniors a little jealous about that yesterday at the press conferences as Fowler
as Hamlin goes upfield, he's got to pull Sean Young from that far side position across the goal.
Early in the game, a couple of face-off violations, 1 penalty.
Down.
Now Fowler with 2 violations already in the books against Peduta. Fowler comes up with it. Fowler's got to work it out to the right side of his stick, and he does.
Duke is never out of the equation, and he dominated the second quarter.
On this year, they may not be high octane or high tempo in the Gary Gate, Casey Powell run.
Unsportsmanlike when he grabbed the ball with his hand, but his face-off work.
Violation, you're in the neutral zone.
And Daddio violates.
Going on that 4-5 goal run, season momentum.
Fowler on a run at the X. Haas has an angle on Ianzito, and he comes up with it. And that Duke club came up just short against Johns Hopkins. Fowler wins it to himself.
Case Mathias, the attackman, 9 in blue, put defensive poles up against the Duke midfield. Defense down, shoot on the runs with both hands. He's a matchup nightmare.
So they send out a new face-off man, but it doesn't matter. Fowler wins it. They both played for the legendary Mike Messier at West Genesee, and Donahue, the son of a coach as well. So now Fowler with Peduta again. That ends the drought of 22 minutes and 19 seconds, but Fowler, Jake Tripucca's basketball background for his ability to help create offense against the zone and their mantra of settle for singles. And that's what he did. Goals and 34 assists.
Your seniors always have to show up on Memorial Day if you want to win.
Fowler, 8-1 run. Again, this game started with Syracuse scoring the first 5 goals of the game.
You're John Desko. Hey, you got to
face-off man for the Blue Jays, and that's where this game has been changed right now. Brendan Fowler's won 16 straight, make it 12 straight. And as expected, a one-man show, and Fowler's just winning it. They have McCartney out there to try to turn it into a scrum, but Dupree comes up with it. So Peduta, it looks like, or is it McGill with the pole? It's Brian McGill. This was a strategy they worked in the St. John's game back in March.
And last year, if you remember, late in the season.
And McGill comes up with it. 12 game. As McGill digs in to try to stop this machine that Fowler's become here in Philadelphia. Schoonmaker can't come up with the ground ball. It's 3 against 3 right now, and Dupree gets it for Duke. He at Notre Dame, and an uncle who was a quarterback at UMass, and another uncle who caught passes from Doug Flutie. Back to McGill. Fowler spins out, doesn't have the ball. Harris keeps it loose, and Ianzito comes up with it. Same strategy. McCartney and Ianzito on the wings. Fowler stopped. He thought there was a violation.
Both players did.
Both players. Or do you think they wiped out the timeout because it was offsides? Because we heard a timeout white as Fowler.
He could have continued with the timeout.
Right. Coach Stanowski saying, you know, that connection's not just there. That second.
The magic, he called it.
The magic. He called it the magic, you know. Zach Greer and Matt had it. Terry made a huge save against Notre Dame that began a 2-goal swing as they started to come from behind. And now his day is done with 10